The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
Hello, this is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Welcome to my show. Today we are interviewing a very special friend and guest all the way from California, Mr. Jimmy Lee Young. Hiya.
How you doing?
That's good. And I'm going to be interviewing him for several minutes, so I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
Oh, good show. Okay. Well, welcome to my show, as I say.
Thank you.
You are originally from where?
New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
No, how do you say it?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Nolans, Dolan.
No, all right. How long were you there?
I was there until I joined the military in my early 20s.
And you had your hair short?
I had my hair short.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, they buzzed it all off.
Do X's and O's in the back, or?
No. Not in boot camp, no.
Not in boot. Oh, I bet you had fun in the boot camp.
I actually did.
So, we're here in Allen County Public Library downtown. Jimmy just did a concert here in the library's theater downstairs. And what genre was your music?
Well, I always liked classic rock. I always liked a lot of the 60s and early 70s and a lot of old blues, but I wanted to create something that was unique. So since I love Native American culture, I decided to incorporate in my music and develop something that was influenced by Native America with themes and rhythms and instrumentation. So I'm not sure there is a genre for my music yet.
Well, it's more like Americana, but real American.
Yeah, real American.
American.
Yeah.
Not what we say. The concert you did, what CD were you basically singing from?
Actually, we did all four.
All four?
Yes,
Just
we
point 'em out.
did, and here they are here. We started, and I found a lot of bands do this. We started with our early songs, Apache, Guardian Angel, Idlewild, and we only had, 35-minute sets, two 35-minute sets. So we did about 3 or 4 songs from each one. Anduyan, Maya, and then Great Spirit, which is our most recent CD. And then we surprised the audience by having them shut their phones off. And, bring everybody in a different way by giving them something that is unplanned and something you're not giving everybody else. And so we did a brand new song called Each Time You Fall, which is going to be from the next album.
Each Time You Fall. I do that quite often. Sorry. You're working on a CD now. Is it finished yet? Or?
Oh, no. We just finished all the demos, and I wrote 21 tracks, 21 songs. Thank you. Over a year's time. And we'll pick the best 9 or 10 and try to put together just under an hour of music. And when you write 9 songs, those 9 songs might not fit together in an album.
Do you like a theme all the way through?
Exactly. You want to. I call it a trip. I want to take you on a trip and take you someplace and then leave you someplace. So your first song is as important as the last song on a record. I don't want to make a record and there's 9 random songs that don't fit together or have 3 strong songs and 7 songs that aren't so awesome.
Yeah.
So it takes a while.
You did a workshop earlier today.
Yes.
We filmed that as well. Anyways, you were teaching how to make a song.
Yes.
There's a beginning, the middle, and the end.
Yes.
And you taught several people there. I thought you did a wonderful job.
Well, thank
you. You were a teacher one time?
I was a gymnastics coach for almost 25 years.
Healthy.
Healthy.
Well, I need it. The songs that you have made, you wrote them yourself,
I write all my own material.
composed?
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
And you sung them, of course,
Yes.
mix. You have your own studio, yeah. What's it called?
Oh, I don't have my own recording studio, no. I have a rehearsal studio.
Ah.
But I prefer, that's a whole nother thing. That's another thing of a lot of equipment, a lot of know-how, and you can only do so much between writing the songs and writing all the
Can't do
music and
everything.
rehearsing the band. And
Yeah.
I'd rather just go to somebody else's studio and hole up for a couple of days and knock out whatever I can do, or sometimes for a
Crystal?
few hours.
Crystal something?
Crystal Feather Records is my publishing company, Crystal Feather Music Publishing, actually. And
How long
we
you
are
had that?
BMI. Since about 2001.
Oh,
Yeah.
18 years.
Oh yeah, it's been long. It's been a long haul.
Getting old. Anyways, each of the songs that you have been doing per CD, they have a theme, like I said, running through it. I mean, what was the theme for Maya?
When I wrote Maya, that is probably my most classic-y rock sounding album because I wanted to recreate a lot of the emotions that I had as a kid listening to music. But I wanted to wrap that around an honor album that there was a Native American theme that runs through. So I would say that's my honor album. I honor with One Voice, One Cry, which was the Native American Music Awards Song of the Year for, I believe, 2004.
Hot dang.
And then Maya made the Grammys as a finalist for Song of the Year. And then we won 16, I think, music awards on the album. So we honored Native America, and as it turned out, Native America honored us.
Well, you did a very excellent. Yeah.
Thank you.
The rest?
Great Spirit, I wanted to do something more uplifting and high energy and rock and roll. I wanted to write something, if I wanted a CD you could pop in your car on the freeway and just groove along for an hour, that's the point of that album.
Traveling music.
Yep. And but still with a Native American thread running through it and somewhat of a high energy pop rock kind of an album.
And this one, Doll?
That is my first album. This was
Your
Apache.
first one. Apache.
A lot of hard work because, you know, when I got out of the military, I started off my music career.
Yeah.
I wanted to, live far away from anywhere I had been as far as growing up, so I could get a new surrounding, which I found in the high deserts above Los Angeles. I could be close enough to Los Angeles to do my work there and make a mark, and far enough away yet to get inspiration from the desert. And that album, because you're starting out in a new career and money is tight, it took 2 years to make that record. And because I was learning to record. So we'd record something and go back and say, ooh, we better do that again. And so there was a lot of experimentation as far as the actual recording process. So it took 2 years to make that record, and the second record took...
Which one?
Maya took
Maya.
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Is
Yeah,
that
we
all?
knocked it out in 6 weekends.
My goodness,
Yep.
you won an award and everything.
So I guess what this 2 years taught us, we applied to the second album, and truly we would make a track and then decide that it was in key and in time and
Mixed
was
in.
appropriate, mixed in, and so and then move on to the next thing. So we really kind of got the process down. The first album was like going away to school to learn to record music.
And that's how you learn.
Yeah.
And that last one? Can you pass
This Anduyan,
it?
there you
Andrea.
go, Anduyan, was a single actually, because in between I was writing another album, but I wanted to release something, and I wrote this beautiful song for a battered homeless women's shelter
Oh.
in Canada. And it's actually in Ontario. I was in an interview, I was going to be in an interview with Dan Smoke of Smoke Signals Radio. And he had called me up one day and said, "Where you been?" And I said, "Where you been?" "I've been calling you too, buddy." And we laughed, and he said, "Oh, I was at Anduyan." And in my head, my songwriter's ear said, "Anduyan, that's beautiful. What does it mean?" He said, "It's Ojibwa, and it means our home." He said, "There's a battered homeless women's shelter and children's shelter called Anduyan, and now they built one for men called Nikanon." So I said, I called the CEO, Miss Blanche Miawasije, and I said, I was thinking of writing the song and dedicate it. And she thought it was a good idea and gave me permission to use the logo. And then I thought, well, I'll write this song eventually. Let me just sit down and see what I come up with. And it came to me in one night. I was half asleep. And I kept hearing Anduyan. Once he said that word to me, it stuck with me. Anduyan, Anduyan. It was like calling to me. So this is really weird. I was dreaming that I was dreaming that I was laying in bed and that the house I was in had arms. This is so bizarre.
Oh, it's a good dream.
And that it was pulling weeds in through the windows and spitting them out the front door as flowers. And I was seeing this from inside the house and then outside the house, and I'm having this bizarre dream. But when I woke up, I said, that's my song. That these women will come into this house will open its arms to these women, like these weeds, and make them bloom again. And that's where the line comes from. Take these sanguine spirits, mend the pieces that remain, will away the wounds that fall on faces lined in pain.
Well, Track, whom I'm with, Three Rivers Art Center for Kids, we help with the homeless.
Beautiful.
The children, basically. We will bring awareness of abuse and neglect of our babies, our kids, what people do to them. Anyways, we bring awareness here, and I'm glad that you are working with the homeless.
Thank you very much.
Do you do any other charity?
Mostly what I do now, Anduyan, anytime I sell that CD, I set that aside, and that money goes to Anduyan. But as far as working with the homeless, I actually only do it for homeless animals these days, because I have a very good friend, you might know her name, Linda Blair.
Linda Blair.
And most people remember her from her acting career. She was the little girl in The Exorcist and from other movies. She and I are really good friends. And I started doing a yearly concert series called Rock for the Underdog.
Oh,
And,
Underdog.
I was a Moose member, so we'd go to the Moose Lodge, and they hold about 300 people, whatever, and Linda comes and she signs autographs, and we play a concert, and we dedicate, all of that money goes to the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation. And it takes me about a year to get that together, so I'm really happy to do it because I see how she works and how
She's a
hard she
sweet
works.
lady.
She really is. And when you have 100 homeless animals, and not only taking them in, but also training them and, getting them ready to be adopted is a lot of work. And Linda, people just don't know how much work she does. She works really, really hard.
Yes.
And
Do you take in a lot of specialty dogs or just a lot of dogs?
mostly it's like pity mixes. And sometimes pit bull mixes, and sometimes Kern County will call her and say, Miss Blair, we have this mother dog and 5 puppies, and she's in her van and she runs off. Wonder Woman flies off and comes back with these. I don't know how she does it. It amazes me. And she's talking to these dogs and they're responding to her. She's like a natural
Dog whisperer.
dog whisperer, and I've seen her lying on her belly and scratching the little thing under his chin and was talking to them. And the next thing you know, this dog is completely changed. A little love and a little food and some good health care, and she has a wonderful place that is equipped to do what she does.
Now,
And
if the dog was a cat, he would be purring.
right?
I'm a cat person.
Right
Never
on.
had a dog. He had dogs, my husband.
Right on.
Right on.
So I do the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation, and everywhere I go, I try to raise awareness that every little bit helps, and if somebody donates $5, $10 or more or whatever, then that helps Linda feed and house all those animals. Because mostly it comes out of her own pocket, which I think is another.
Do people come to her to
Awesome
bring
thing.
the dogs, or if she has to go out and
Sometimes she will get a phone call that they're going to euthanize a
Uh-oh.
dog, and she'll run and try to save it before they euthanize. She doesn't believe in euthanizing animals
I
if
don't
it can be
believe that.
avoided.
we had to put our cat down because he was so bad with cancer.
Oh,
He was
that's a
suffering
shame.
so much.
There's times when it's a mercy thing, but if they're just doing a kill because there's no house for it, then
Yeah, well,
that's something that she really feels strongly about. And she's
Yeah.
very adamant about, saving these animals.
So what would you like to say to my audience here in Fort Wayne and abroad, because this is going on YouTube,
Oh, right
with your
on.
permission?
What I want to say to your audience is I want to say thank you. Thank you, Track, for bringing us out here. I hope to do this. We could do this once a year and maybe make it work to give some more money to charity or to the homeless,
Yes.
to find a purpose. I think that we can always do something in this world.
Right.
And I want to also take a moment to bring awareness to the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation, that if you go online and look it up, LBWF, please give whatever you can to help Linda Blair save our animals. She does it for the animals and for our Mother Earth. And I'm honored and grateful that you brought me here. Thank you very much.
Do you have disasters in your areas? That's where she goes gets them?
Sometimes, and actually Linda Blair went down to New Orleans during Katrina, and she brought back a lot of Katrina dogs. She's Wonder Woman.
Did she give them out? I mean, do people come in and take them as pets, or she keeps
Yeah, well, she tries to do adoptions, but you know, this has to be done carefully because she wants the right animal for the right family. And sometimes they come back because the people are unprepared. Maybe they're not as prepared as they thought they were to care for another life.
They have to screen the people.
Exactly. So thank you, Fort Wayne. I'm really excited about Fort Wayne and to be in Indiana because everyone knows what a James Dean freak I am. Because James Dean influenced me to be an artist, and without those that went before me, I might not be here today.
You betcha.
Right on.
Well, thank you, Jimmy Lee Young.
Thank
Coming
you.
on to me show.
Rock on.
Rock on, eh? This is Patty Hunter, Patty's Page. See you next week. Catch you later.
Well, how you doing, Fort Wayne? Right on, man. This is worth the trip. Thank you so much for letting us come down from Southern California and rocking and rolling for you. And rock's coming back, so feel free to stand up and dance or jump around or sway left and right. I'm really happy to be here, and thank you for Track for bringing us. This is really a good time. We're going to play songs from every one of our albums you probably never heard of. We in Native America like to say we're the rock stars you never heard of. This song is called Idlewild. You remember when we couldn't wait to catch the sunrise? Long tranquil walks in the warmth of your hands, a sweet summer breeze blowing softly on the mountains. You are honey drip from heaven and every tear I cried. Your sweet ways, engaging conversations, lit by the firelight, dancing in the dark. An exquisite beauty in the gestures of your hands, and a magic that surrounds you flows like poetry and fine wine. So bury my heart at Idlewild, somewhere lost between the sand and the sea. Bury my heart at Idlewild, it's where I imagine my final sweet peace will be. Bury my heart at Idlewild. You are cool aspirations in my ocean of dreams, misty shades of sunset on green and fertile fields. You are bird songs in the morning neath the pink and orange sunrise, moonlight raining down on this unearthly paradise. So bury my heart at Idlewild, somewhere lost between the sand and the sea. Bury my heart at Idlewild, it's where I imagine my final sweet peace to be. Bury my heart at Idlewild, at Idlewild. Yesterday has scattered just like ashes in the wind. I have disconnected memories of a place I've never been, woven like a tapestry of gossamer and light. You are regal every evening, you are tranquil in the night, and you soothe my soul with melodies I've heard. Caress my troubled spirit when I'm tired of this world. I'll forever see reflections on that watercolor sky that was bluer than blue and higher than high. Yeah, bury my heart at Idlewild, somewhere lost between the sand and the sea. Bury my heart at Idlewild, it's where I imagine my final sweet peace will be. Bury my heart at Idlewild. Bury my heart at Idlewild, somewhere lost between the sand and the sea. Bury my heart at Idlewild, it's where I imagine my final sweet peace will be. Bury my heart at Idlewild, and if you find no other love, come lay your heart down next to me. Bury my heart at Idlewild, at Idlewild.
It's really cool to be out here and to do this for TRAC, because they do such wonderful work. And when they asked me to come out, I said, what does it pay? And they said nothing. I said, I'll do it anyway. But so a portion of what we're doing today does go to the library and to kind of keep these programs open for you. So Fort Wayne, right on. Yeah. This song is called Calling Out. You're on, buddy.
Clock ticks on the cafe wall, midnight shadows fall, silver beams of moonlight shine like crystal through the fall. Rainy shaded memories and days gone by, waiting for you quietly, I die inside. 1,000 times we got lost across the distance of space and time, tossed along the avenues, I almost lost my mind. Looking back to yesterday, there's nothing left to hide. So many memories keep haunting us and taunting us, and I calling out, I want you, calling out, I need you, calling out, on my knees begging you. Save my soul. If I save your soul, would you save mine? Save my soul. If I save your soul, would you save mine? Save mine. And there's nothing I wouldn't do to take you home with me, home with me, home with me. And there's nothing I wouldn't say, no, nothing I wouldn't say to make you stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, baby, yeah. Calling out, I need you, calling out, on my knees begging you, calling out. save my soul. If I save your soul, would you save mine? Save my soul. If I save your soul, would you save mine? Save my soul.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us always, and for the rest of our lives.